Okay, guys. So straight away we are going to start by creating an account on Manev app. So I'm going to leave this link in the description below for anybody who wants to access this web application. So since we haven't created an account yet, I think it'll be best for us to click on the create new account button. Then here we will enter our email, phone name, then a password. Okay, now we are going to click the sign up button, and this should send us an email to the email that we used in creating the account. Let me check. I think it's Techcam. Yeah, this is it. So I guess at what time this come? No, I don't think this is the email. Oh yeah, so now we have the email. We have confirmation instruction. So if I click on that, pull this down, please, if you don't receive the email, I'll beg on you to check on your spam, on your spam folder, or you go to the website and click again on do not receive email confirmation, and another one will be sent to you. So now if we are going to click on the confirm my account button, which will redirect us to the application itself. So finally, we have our accounts created. So the next thing we have to do is maybe to update certain informations which we couldn't provide during the creation phase. So I'm going to click on the edit button, input a phone number here. Then choose a file to upload to update my avatar. I think I should have a very nice photo here. This one will work. Okay, so we also have the flexibility to crop to the size that we prefer. And we are going to click on the update button, and hopefully everything should get updated. So the workflow is pretty straightforward. So we are going to create a project phase, and a progress, which is the most important component of this application. So a project could be, let's say, a project could be building a 3-floor house, 5-floor house. Yeah, a project phase could be the level. It could be a foundation phase, elevation of the first floor, elevation of the second floor, and a progress now has to do with daily activities, which will be taking place on the project site. And we're also going to create materials that are going to be used in the project. Could be bags of cement, it could be rods, it could be, well, any construction material. So the next thing we are going to do here is to go to the project section. You can access that from your sidebar, which is on the left side of the application. So directly we can click on the new button. So let's create this. Let's say the project name could be construction of a 4-floor building. Now we need to enter the currency. Estimated, let's say 70 million. 70 million. 70 million. Okay, so add a description. Description could be anything about the project which you will love collaborators to see. So it could be some specifications of the project or any other stuff, but I'm just gonna enter some random text here. This project belongs to Mr. Evanger, Larry, and we need to build 4 floors to save time. I think I'm just going to copy paste that a little bit fast. Yeah, then I'm going to click on the create button to get this project created. So, okay, so finally we have this project created. And so next thing, we're going to click on the check records to have a detailed view of the project. So here, as you can see, we have the description and other specs and a lot more. So at this point, the application is self-explanatory. So right now, if you look at this start phase here, it says, don't know where to start. Let me help you. Start by clicking on the add button above to create a new project phase. So the next thing we need to do on this project is to create a project phase. So I'm going to click on the add button for the project phase. So let's say implantation of foundation. So implantation, how much is it going to cost us? Let me see, 500,000. 500,000. Then when are we starting? Let's say we start on the 22, February 22 of 2023. And when is it going to end? Let's say it's going to take us a week. So let's end on the 28th. And those dates are very important because you get to know, it helps you to determine if your project is actually delaying or not. So please always do provide them. So I'm going to click on the create button to create the phase, and that is it. Project phase was successfully created. So the next thing, we've had a phase already. Now I'm going to go straight away to create a new progress. So I'm going to click on the progress button. Now the progress form is a little bit complicated, so I'm going to take my time to explain this. On the left, we have materials, and as you can see, there is nothing listed under the materials because we haven't created a material yet. Then we have an add photo button here, and we have a discard button. We have add other expenditure button as well. So I think, okay, let's do this. Let's create add other expenditure. So let me see, other expenditure, we have stuff like food, transportation, things which cannot easily be quantified. So we can place them under other expenditure. Maybe somebody had an accident on the site and we spent some money to take care of him. So all of those things, food, transportation, falls under other expenditure. So yeah, I'm going to say food. So we spent 2,000 francs for food, and we are going to add that. So you can add as many as possible depending on the expenses of the day. So I'm going to save this project, this progress. And the next thing, this is how it's going to look like. But this progress is it's not completed because, as you can see, we haven't added any material to it, which is the main component, which is the most important component of this progress form. So the next thing we're going to do here, we can, if you come back to the project phase, you can see here we have the day the progress was created, that's February 21. The expenditure, 2,000 francs, that is for the transportation. Then here we have the name of the person who has added the progress. This is for transparency. Let's know who is adding what and who is changing what. So the next thing we're going to do here is let's add some materials to this project. Okay, so gonna click on the add material. So let's say cement quantity, 20 bags of cement cost one, I think Dangote currently is at 4,000, I think 850 francs, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have the unit is in bags, like 20 bags of cement. Then the usage, this is used to mix concrete. This is used to mix this is sand in order to produce concrete. Yeah, so now we are going to upload the photo. I think I should have, yeah, but this photo is kind of incomplete, so it's gonna spoil. I think I'll take any other random photo that I can be having. Let me see. Mm, let's see. This photo is incomplete as well. These are small photos. Okay. Let me select. Wait. So let me take this. So we expect you to have a photo of every material that you're going to use. So here you can crop the material as you wish. Then click on the create button. So, yeah, so we have materials created. Normally the photo was okay. It was supposed to fill out the whole of this width. But like I said, the photo is a little bit fun. Took it from the internet. So now we have a material. Let's see, we have a material. Now let's see the importance of this material. So we're going to go the the edit page of the progress that we recently created. Now, if you look at the materials on the left, we have 20 stock 20, which means we currently have 20 bags of cement in stock. Then here we have not approved, and because of this not approved, we can't track this cement because it needs to be approved. So in every project, we have two types of people who have the ability to approve a material or to perform any other sort of approval. We have the project creator and we have the project admin. When we get to permissions, we are going to understand this the more. So for now, let's try and approve this material so that we should be able to track it on our form. So there's a shortcut here. I think I can just click on this, and we have the details. If you go to more details, it takes us to that page. Now there are two ways of approving a material. So I can approve it at this point. If you see here, we have a notification. It says material needs to be approved by an admin for it to be trackable. So that's one of the reasons why we are able to track it at the moment. So we can approve this material by clicking on this button, or we can approve it on the material index view, which is here, by just clicking on this rounded gray button on the left. I think I'm going to go with this. So I'm going to click this, and you say, are you sure you want to approve this material? Yes. And we have material was approved. So if I click on the material again, you notice some few changes. Like here now, instead of an approve button, we have a disapprove button in case you want to unapprove the material. Then here we have approved status is yes and it's green, which means we can actually track this material. So now let's go back to the project show page and click on the edit button of the progress. Here we are. You see, yay, now we can have we have our plus button enabled for this cement. Now let's add it to this progress. So if you click on the plus button here, automatically it's going to add that on the form. So it's added with a default of 20 bags, so you can decide to change if you guys didn't use up to 20 bags of cement that day. Let's say on the first day of work we used 10 bags of cement, then that should be 10, and that's it. So let's save this, and it takes us back to our progress show page, and here you can see we have cement 10 and we have cost. So it's literally 10 times the cost which we inputted during the creation of this material. So that is what Manev actually does for us. It does a lot of calculations for us and keeps track of a lot of records. So no need to write things on paper which we may misplace them tomorrow. No need to try and be keeping things in our brains because there's not too much space in there. So Manev actually does all the heavy work for you. So if you look at this progress, we have material logistics. We have, so yeah, all the materials used on this day should be listed. So maybe let's say we used rod and the rest, everything will be listed here. And for other logistics, everything under this category as well will be listed. So I'm going to show you guys something real cool that Manev also do for us. So yeah, this progress, if we go to one step behind to the project show page, now we have yeah, of course the expenditures increase. We used 10 of the Dangote cement. Now if we go to the material index page, we will still be left with 20, whereas we've used 10. So why? This takes us to the approval of a progress. Now, after a progress has been created, a message will be sent to the creator and to the admins of the project, giving them the flexibility to validate. So they are going to inspect, like, come in here, we inspect the progress. Do we think maybe the technicians overdid by using 10 bags of cement? Do we think maybe the money spent on food is too much and the rest? So do some calculations on his own, then decide on whether to validate this progress or not. And if he decides to validate the progress, then all what he needs to do is to click on this tick, this button here on the right, this kind of tick, which is gray. So if I click here, it says progress was successfully approved, and now you see it's gray. It's now, it turned from green to gray. And if you notice one thing, after approving this, the edit button disappears. Why? Because you can't edit a progress when it has been approved. It's impossible. And this is for the sake of transparency. We don't want past progresses to be no configured, that to be customized. That some people will want to make the progress to meet up with maybe some wrong estimate they've made, or maybe they used some money and they want to play around. So the reason for this is to enforce transparency, giving no room for the progress cost to be manipulated around. So now that this progress has been approved, I'm going to show you guys another interesting thing. Now, remember we used 10 bags of cement on this day, and now this progress has been approved. Now let's go back to the materials and check the quantity of cement that is left. When you look at the quantity of cement, we created cement material with 20 bags, and now we are left with 10 bags. So a deduction has been made automatically on approval of the progress. So this deduction will be done on every material that is used. And the reason for this is for you to know how much material you have on stock and send notifications to let you know that maybe, oh, yeah, we have a reduction of materials. Your materials are almost getting finished, so you need to replace them. And yeah, so that, and for you to know if you are still on track with the quantity of materials for your project. So now that we are left with 10 material, the next thing so I think in order for us not to make this project a little bit long, we are going to end it here, because at this point we already know how to create a project, we know how to create a material, and we know how to validate a progress, and we know what that means. And also, if you click on this detail button, it will show you the detail of the this project phase, which is implantation. So if I click there, you see here we have phase cost estimate. That is the total cost of all what has been done. Of course, the total cost will be the money recorded in this first progress, because that is the only progress we've added. So if I go there, you see the total cost is progress cost is 50,500, 50,500. Then the phase cost estimate is still 500,000. So here we'll be comparing it. So whenever we feel like you are hitting the estimate for a particular phase, notifications will be sent automatically to let you know that you are going far away your estimate. And again, this is for the sake of transparency and accountability. So in a project phase, you have the number of records, and you can actually search records by date. So here you can enter any search from the time you want to search to which time you want to search. And this functionality helps you generate invoice or generate weekly reports of material usability and expenditure. I think we are going to cover that in another video, since we don't want to make this video longer than this. Okay, guys, in case you have any questions, you drop that in the comments below and I will attend to it, or you send us a message on our contact form or through our email and we will respond to you ASAP. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you later.